Welcome back. Time for the Great American Panel. She is an attorney and Fox News contributor. Tamara Holder is here. She's a radio talk show host. Mary Walter joins us, and he is a Republican congressman from Charleston, South Carolina. Tim Scott is here. Welcome, all of you.
Thank you.
Sort of an amazing exchange the other day between the White House Chief of Staff, Jack Lew, and Candy Crowley over at CNN. She asked a pretty basic question. What's in these documents at the core of the debate over Fast and Furious? Of course, Darrell Issa and the Oversight Committee has said to the White House, Justice Department, tell us what you knew about this scandal. And they have said, we're not going to tell you. We're not going to release these documents. Then, of course, he was held in contempt as a result. Anyway, this is the answer the White House Chief of Staff gave when asked about those documents.
Were there things in these documents that involved consultation with the president? Is that why you invoked executive privilege?
You know, Candy, I'm not going to speak to the specific documents. There was an unprecedented amount of cooperation in providing insight into all the decisions made up to the point of the correction that Congress was given about the policy itself and about the testimony. What they're looking for now are internal kinds of documents that they know are not appropriate.
That they know are not appropriate. Now, Ms. Holder, I ask you, this is not a phony scandal. It's not one of these made-up Washington nonsense scandals. This is an actual scandal at the center of which are dead people, okay? What kind of documents wouldn't be appropriate for an oversight committee to see?
Okay, well, first of all, I am not Bob Beckel. I'm supposed to be filling in for him, and I just got this last-minute memo.
Well, let me just say, no one will hold your non-Bob Beckelness against you.
So I just want to make it clear that the people who are looking forward to seeing him know that I'm not him because, you know,
there has been some confusion about that. I'm glad you cleared that up.
Right, and the second thing is that Don Imus sent me out on a mission to look for a date tonight, and I'm now here to be with you.
You're not going to find one in this studio.
Right. Well,
but you might, were you to answer the question I posed, which is, why can't the American public know what the president knew and when about Fast and Furious, which again resulted in the deaths of untold Mexicans and at least one federal agent?
Well, okay. The first thing is that Issa, a.k.a. Mall Cop, wants to know internal communications after the fact, after this was already put to end. That's what he wants. He doesn't care about, or he's already been provided the information about this,
How do we know that? How do we know that?
Well, because he has
because the White House that won't release these documents and is invoking executive privilege in order to keep them cloaked from public view was assuring us it's released all the relevant documents?
The first time that our president has invoked the executive privilege, which Bush did 6 times, but now all of a sudden it's an electric.
Bush did this.
No. But I'm not saying it's the wrong thing. I'm just saying that we should respect the executive privilege.
Right. I think Mary, she makes a really good point. That if the president says, "Hey, I just don't feel like telling you what I've done wrong," we should just be satisfied with that. Don't you agree?
Well, you know what's worked really, really well for this White House up until now? Deny, deflect, and blame somebody else. Well, Bush did it, so I can do it. Well, no, not really. It doesn't work for one, doesn't necessarily mean it's the same for everybody across the board. We're talking about totally different cases. So the executive privilege, I don't buy here. But what is so frustrating for me is that people don't know about this because, again, deny and deflect has worked so well for this administration that
How so?
Think that they can just say that, oh no, you don't need to know anything more about it, let's move on. What
No,
is
he didn't say that.
Let's
He
move
did
on.
not
Let's
say
forget
that.
about it. No, I'm not going to do it. He just
He provided 7,900
Congressman, as someone who just voted last week to hold the Attorney General in contempt, give us your take.
Now, here's what the American people need to know, and most importantly, here's what Kent and Josephine Terry needs to know.
Who are the parents of Brian Terry, the federal officer?
What happened? And from February 2011 until December of 2011, the Justice Department provided false information to members of Congress.
Yes.
And without any clarification.
Is that just your opinion, or have we actually established that?
We've established that.
Okay.
And over that time period, 10 months, there was 100,000 pages of information that was transacted.
Right.
Only 7,000 has been provided to Chairman Issa. We're asking for the rest of the information so that we can have clarity and bring peace of mind to a family that's mourning the loss of their son, and at the exact same time protect the process that really strengthens who we are as a people, the rule of law. This president has consistently found himself on the wrong side of the concept of rule of law.
No,
and
you
this is
have
just
used
another
Brian
opportunity to do
Terry.
so.
You have used Brian Terry for political tactics.
Absolutely.
No. This is absolutely deplorable because here's where
is a president who simply will not.
You are using the name of one person, one fallen person.
It happens to be the
one fallen person who I'm sorry that we lost. Right, but we have a war on the border. We have a war on the border, and you guys aren't doing anything to solve the war.
That were provided by the federal
You're not doing anything to solve the war on the border. That's what the problem is. You're using Brian Terry to deflect.
Simply, the drug cartels were giving.
Really? Where are those other guns?
Hey, hold it.
Where are the other guns?
No, I mean it.
It's just ridiculous.
Stop it right now.
It's just ridiculous.
You sound like my father.
Let him finish his sentence before you.
Where are the other guns?
The bottom line is this.
Where are the other guns?
The bottom line is this.
Where are the other guns?
I'm going to jump across that desk right now. If you stop.
Can I move?
Let the Congressman finish one sentence.
That's okay. She's really good at deflecting.
No, where are they? Where are the other guns? The 2,000 guns.
You know what? It's not just Brian Terry. There's dead Mexicans, too.
Right. What are their names? What are their names? Just dead Mexicans?
I've had enough.
Where are their names?
You want them named?
Yeah, I do.
Right now. Stop.
Without any question.
We're going to get this panel under control. There's going to be some discipline administered. And when we finish that, we will come right back after the break.